This is Kiwi Whispers. It's been a while since I've done a Fun Facts video, so I thought it was time to do that. It's nearly midnight, so I just wanted to do something quite simple and quick, and I hadn't done a video in a while, so we'll just get straight into it. First fact of the evening: Prague consumes 3 times more beer than all the soft drinks combined. In the United States, every year about 15 people die from dog bites. The only difference between brown eyes and every other coloured eyes is that brown eyes have more pigment. For the 66% of Americans who admit reading in the bathroom, the preferred reading material is Reader's Digest. Back in the mid to late 80s, an IBM compatible computer wasn't considered 100% compatible unless it could run Microsoft's Flight Simulator. I had one of the original Flight Simulator computer games, and it was on an old Apple Mac. It was really fun. I miss it. The tallest mammal in the world is the giraffe. All polar bears are left-handed. That's weird to know that. Banana oil never saw a banana. It's made from petroleum. I've never heard of banana oil. There's oils made out of everything else, but I've never heard of banana oil. The shortest war in history was between Zanzibar and England in 1896. Zanzibar surrendered after 38 minutes. That's good. In North Carolina, I don't know if that's meant to be North Carolina, or because it says North Carolina, but I assume it's meant to be North Carolina. Anyway, it is illegal to make love on the floor of a hotel room between 2 double beds. I'd like to know why. The first movie to ever cost $100 million to make is Terminator 2: Judgment Day in 1991. The Titanic was the first ship to use the SOS signal. It was adopted as the international signal for distress in 1912, and the Titanic struck the iceberg in April of that year. The average child recognizes over 200 company logos by the time they enter first grade. Approximately 55% of movies released are rated R. From 1991 to 2007, the proportion of high school males with 4 or more female partners declined from 23% to 18%. That's an interesting fact. Some slightly boring ones. Boring. Apples are actually part of the rose family. Rome to Colonia Commodiana. Commodiana. I won't read that one. In one day, an elephant can drink 80 gallons of water. I bet it would have to piss like a racehorse afterwards. The average Super Bowl party has 18 people. That's quite cool. Fun little side story, because I know you're interested. Probably a couple of weekends ago, my friends and I decided to throw our own spontaneous Thanksgiving dinner. And so we decided to get into an American themed mood, and we downloaded the Super Bowl game, the final, and yeah, good story, I know, thanks. But there was only 5 of us, so that's why I was telling that story. I just remembered. A hummingbird flaps its wings up to 90 times in 1 second, or over 5,000 times a minute. A manned rocket can reach the moon in less time than it used to take to travel the length of England by stagecoach. Some of these are so lame. It is not possible to tickle yourself. The cerebellum, a part of the brain, warns the rest of the brain that you are about to tickle yourself. Since your brain knows this, it ignores the resulting sensation. Walt Disney was afraid of mice. A Citroen 2CV with an oil leak once travelled 500 miles through Italy after its gearbox was filled with bananas. Maybe that's what banana oil is. I've just figured it out. The world record for the number of body piercings on one individual is 702, which is held by Canadian Brent Moffat. Good old Canadians. Tasmania is said to have the cleanest air in the world. Minnows have teeth located on a bone in their throat. Gross. The sport of surfing originated in Hawaii. North America was called Turtle Island by the Delaware Indians. Yeah. Octopi change colours when they become frightened. Normally they are a brownish colour, but can change to green or blue when fear sets in. A Canadian Troy Hurtubise spent $100,000 and almost went bankrupt building a Robocop-style suit so that he could withstand a bear attack. Good old Canadians. During his entire life, Vincent van Gogh sold exactly 1 painting, Red Vineyard at Arles. The first American president to deliver a speech over the radio was Warren G. Harding. The Aztecs of Mexico roasted and ground up the cacao bean, mixed it with water, added peppers and other spices, stirred it up to a froth, and drank the pungent mixture they called chocolate. I've tried a spicy hot chocolate. I didn't like it. In 1917, Margaret Sanger was jailed for 1 month for establishing the first birth control clinic. In Scotland, Irn-Bru is a soft drink that is more popular than Coca-Cola. When McDonald's opened in Glasgow and did not sell Irn-Bru, it was considered an insult, and the restaurant was subsequently boycotted. I haven't heard of that. Irn-Bru. I'm probably saying it wrong. It takes a sloth up to 6 days to digest the food it eats. Henry Ford produced the Model T only in black because the black paint available at the time was the fastest to dry. Canada is the only country not to win a gold medal in the Summer Olympic Games while hosting the event. It's funny on a couple of different levels. One gold medal in the Summer Olympics in your own country. That's wow. When potatoes first appeared in Europe in the 17th century, it was thought that they were disgusting, and they were blamed for starting outbreaks of leprosy and syphilis. As late as 1720 in America, eating potatoes was believed to shorten a person's life. The fastest shark is the shortfin mako, which can swim as fast as 60 miles per hour. The Guinness Book of Records holds the record for being the book most often stolen from public libraries. The top 10 grossing movies of the 1990s each earned at least $500 million worldwide and brought in a combined total of over $7 billion. If the population of China walked past you in a single file, the line would never end because of the rate of reproduction. There are dolphins that live in the Amazon River that are the colour pink. Rice is the chief food for half the people of the world. In Ireland, a Prime Minister is called a Taoiseach. I have no idea how to say that. It's spelled Taoiseach. Traditionally, wild cabbage was used as an aphrodisiac. That's interesting. In 1920, 57% of Hollywood movies billed the female star above the leading man. In 1990, only 18% had the leading lady given top billing. In 1980, the city of Detroit presented Saddam Hussein with a key to the city. That was clever, wasn't it? All 50 states are listed across the top of the Lincoln Memorial on the back of the $5 bill. One of the Bond girls in the James Bond movie For Your Eyes Only used to be a man. Shock. Horror. There is over 70 million rats in New York. That is an average of about 9 rats per person. is a way of writing 1 by using all 10 single-digit numbers at once. 148 divided by 296 plus 35 divided by 70 equals 1. The largest cultivated crop in the United States is corn. In ancient Japan, public contests were held to see who could fart the loudest and longest. In an authentic Chinese meal, the last course is soup because it allows the roast duck entree to swim toward digestion. Okay, in Florida, it is illegal to fish while driving across a bridge. Again, I'd like to know why and what event happened to make that a law. There is a 6-foot tall stone monument dedicated to the cartoon character Popeye in Crystal City, Texas. Until the time of Michelangelo, many sculptors coloured their statues, and most from ancient Greece and Rome at one time had been painted or polychromed. Over the course of years, rain washed the colours off the marble. Alright, a few more. A honeybee travels an estimated 43,000 miles to gather 1 pound of honey. A pound of honey consists of 29,184 drops. No, not that one. Watermelon is considered a good gift to give a host in Japan and China. Yeah, I think I heard that in those countries, watermelon are super expensive. And when they come here, they're like horrified at how cheap a watermelon is. You can tape a small mirror onto a cone speaker, play music and shine a laser onto the mirror, and the reflection will look like a laser light show on your wall. That's awesome, I want to try that. A full moon is 9 times brighter than a half moon. Ancient Egyptians believed that onions would keep evil spirits away. The word vaccine comes from the Latin word vaca, which means cow. This name was chosen because the first vaccination was derived from cowpox, which was given